Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to be talking about the Evolve promotion. The Evolve promotion is, the company that is run by Gabe Sapolsky. Um, you know, for those that don't know, Gabe Sapolsky was actually the gentleman that was the head booker for ROH from 2002 to 2008. Ended up getting fired. Since then, he pretty much took over the Dragon Gate USA promotion, and at the same time, he has his own other promotion, the Evolve, and they've been running shows out of Rahway, New Jersey. The first Evolve show got pretty bad reviews on YouTube. Honor Hammer, Nightmare, and Sea Dude, were pretty down on the show. They're pretty down on the backstage, reality TV segments that took place. Um, in my own weird way, though, I kind of liked it. I kind of liked the fact that it was kind of seedy. That's just me. This is a very different promotion. They keep track of wins and losses, which I actually like. And this first show, it was good. I thought everyone busted their ass. You get to see a lot of nice up and coming independent wrestlers trying to make a name for themselves, but at the same time, you will get to see a lot of stars. There's a lot of guys that are pretty much established that you will recognize. So it was a fun show, and a lot of these matches were short, sweet. They got to the point. A lot of 2.5-star solid matches. Didn't get a lot of time, but it's just a fun show to sit through. The wrestling was pretty good. It's pretty underrated, but at the same time, it's not something that you need to rush out of your way to see. It has an awesome main event though. So let's just break it down really quickly. I'm not going to go through every match. I'm going to review both of the Evolve shows. I'm just not going to have enough time to break it down match by match. Plus, a lot of these guys, I'm still getting familiar with them. So let's talk about Evolve 1 first. We have Evolve 1, Ibushi versus Richards. Let's talk about Kota Ibushi and Davey Richards. Let's start with the main event first. Switch it up. We'll do something different here. These two guys, they had a match in ROH from Bedlam and Beantown in 2008. I thought that was an excellent match. That was like a 4-star match. Kind of undershadowed because Kota and El Generico had a match the next week that was probably a little bit better than that. So, but this was good, though. The commentators really sold the fact that Davey Richards is pretty much the most talked about United States wrestler over the last year. But at the same time, Kota Ibushi probably created the most buzz on the Japanese scene over the last year. So when you put these two guys together, you get something special. And this was really, really good, considering that this is the first Evolve show. You could tell the intensity was toned up a little bit. Davey was very, very intense here. They busted their ass. You're not going to get anything. If you've seen Kota and Davey wrestle before, you're not going to get anything different from their other matches. This is just vintage stuff. They pretty much gave it their all. Great intensity, great submission wrestling, great spots. Pretty much just get exactly what you would expect. The crowd loved it, and excellent main event. 4 1/4 stars, like pretty much a definitive 4 1/4 star match. Nothing more, nothing less. Great main event. One of the best matches of the year for sure, up to this point. That's just my opinion. And let me just talk about some of the other talent that was on the first show. One of the guys who really impressed me was Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly is actually Davey Richards' protege. Him and Bobby Fish had an excellent match. This is probably the third best match on the show. A lot of nice kicks. Very, very solid. Very intense. Crowd loved it. They worked pretty well together, so that was good. Chuck Taylor actually tried to qualify and get on the roster here, so you get to see Chuck Taylor. He's pretty much been in PWG and Chikara throughout most of the year. You get to see Arik Cannon here. Arik Cannon is pretty much the top guy from the first promotion. He took on Ricochet, and it was a pretty fun match. Ricochet's up-and-coming young skinny black kid, light-skinned black kid. It's pretty fun to watch, so definitely look out for him. Dark City Fight Club had a nice squash here. They look very impressive in their match. Kind of like a semi-squash. You have Mercedes Martinez. She actually came out, and she's actually the WSU champion, women's champion. So we've got to see Silas Young taking on Brad Allen. Silas Young's pretty established. He's the AAW champion. Took on Brad Allen. He's one of the up-and-coming young guys that Evolve, and I think Dragon Gate USA is trying to get behind. And this is pretty rugged. You got to see Jimmy Jacobs take on Kenny Dykstra, a.k.a. Ken Doane from the Spirit Squad. Pretty good stuff. Then Tommy Dreamer came out. Fans kind of turned on Tommy Dreamer here, but Jacobs is pretty over. Jacobs is definitely, pretty much one of the biggest stars on the show, and got a lot of respect. Kind of like treated like a legend compared to some of these other guys. So we had Johnny Gargano taking on Chris Dixon. Gargano, he's another guy that we've seen in Dragon Gate on the opening Fray matches, and we've probably seen him in a lot of YouTube vignettes. So that's Gargano. Then we had the second best match from this show was actually Munenori Sawa taking on TJ Perkins. This was excellent. A lot of stiff kicks, a lot of great martial arts action. TJ Perkins was really, really impressive. He's getting himself in great shape. So this is solid, 3.5 stars, second best match of the night. Then we had some Chikara guys get up in there. We had Team Frightning with Quack and Bush taking on Akuma's army. The crowd was kind of dead by this point, but this is pretty good Chikara action. And then, like I said, the main event is excellent. Kota, Ibushi, Davey, Richards. Definitely check it out. So that's Evolve 1, Ibushi versus Richards. So let's get right down into Evolve 2. We had Evolve 2, Hero versus Hidaka. And, you know, the problem with this show is not a lot of people showed up. There was a big rainstorm, so the crowd, it looked like there was about 50 people in the crowd, but kind of unfortunate because this is okay. You know, Gran Akuma and Brodie Lee had a sick match. You know, Brodie Lee suplexed the crap out of Gran Akuma, dropped him on his head a couple times. That was a nice highlight. Up in Smoke had a pretty nice tag match. We've seen Up in Smoke and Chikara before, and they were in ROH for a couple shows, so they're a pretty exciting tag team. A lot of great spots, a lot of great action in that match. Kyle O'Reilly, I'm really high on him. He took on Hallowicked. This kid has a lot of potential. Like I said, I think the fact that he has David Richards in his corner definitely helps him and gives him a lot of credibility. Ricochet and Chuck Taylor had an excellent match. This is good stuff. Ricochet is very, very fun to watch. Chuck Taylor's a unique character, man. He's got a great finish. These two guys had a nice back and forth match, so that was good. Claudio Castagnoli and Bobby Fish, these two guys had a great match. This is probably 3.5 stars, probably the second best match on the Evolve 2 show. Claudio, like I said, Claudio's pretty much been the most improved and one of the most impressive guys on the independent scene since the Final Countdown tour. He's just on a roll right now. He's upped his conditioning, obviously. He took on Bobby Fish, who actually has an MMA background, so I thought that worked in this match. He tried to incorporate that into the match, and just great stuff there. Mercedes Martinez actually defended the WSU title against Sumie Sakai. Much better women's match than the other show, and just good stuff. Jimmy Jacobs took on Johnny Gargano. This was set up beautifully. You know, throughout the show, they did a great job of you know, setting this up with the backstage segments, and just very, very fun interaction throughout the night between both of these guys. These guys had a good match. Jacobs hit the spear on the edge of the ring apron, and Gargano did a great job fighting out at the end time. So Jacobs did a great job putting Gargano over, and it was a good match. It was good stuff. The Chikara match was awesome. The Chikara match was definitely great. It was a 4-way elimination match. We got Quack and Bush and Jigsaw, the Colony, OReilly and Portal, and Hallowicked and Frightning. This was excellent. You know, your typical great Chikara match. Probably a high 3 3/4 stars. If you love Chikara, you love this match. Just excellent, excellent stuff. A great way to you know, reintroduce Chikara to some of the fans that might not be able to watch the product. Then we had the main event. We had Chris Hero versus Hidaka. I'm not that familiar with Hidaka, but you know, I need to check out a little bit more of him. But you know, I appreciate Hero coming in for this show. I mean, I think it says a lot about him, you know, because Hero is a pretty big name now, and the fact that he went out there and wrestled in front of about 50 or 100 people, whatever it was, I think that says a lot about him, because he busted his ass. He gave a great performance. Technically, this is a very, very solid match. Very, very good psychology. Very, very crisp. Just good action. Hidaka, you know, gave Chris Hero a lot of punishment, a lot of crazy kicks to the face. A lot of great martial arts action here. Just good stuff. Hero with the elbow, of course. A lot of great near falls. Just a good match. You know, I'm not going to say this was amazing. I'll probably say maybe a 4-star match. I'd probably say a soft 4 stars, maybe a high 3 3/4. But this is a good main event. You know, I'm just probably not that high on it as some people are. But both of these shows were fun. They were fun shows. Not bad, but not amazing. So I'm impressed with this promotion. I think this promotion can go places. You know, they have room for improvement. It's something different. You know, like I said, you do get to see a lot of the up-and-coming young talent that is hungry in the business, which is always a good thing. So definitely check them out. It's Evolve 1 and Evolve 2. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.